Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I am your host, Wally, and today we're right in the middle of Austin, Texas at the Bob Bullock Texas State History Museum. Now this is definitely a top 10 site if you are visiting Austin, so that you can learn a bit about our great history of our great state, plus to have the world's biggest star. This is the earliest known artifact that they can find. It traces back to, I think, 6,000 years ago. But the rest of the museum, it's 3 floors filled with Texas history. It's mostly here to support the LaSalle Odyssey LaBelle ship, which was found and in Matagorda Bay, and there it is, LaSalle's ship, or what remains of it. They had run aground in the Gulf of Mexico, and they eventually found it again about 30 years ago. So they've been excavating the area, and they've been collecting some of the artifacts, and the Bob Bullock Museum is the home to most of the artifacts. Some of the artifacts are spread out through the Gulf Coast museums, which I've already shown you. That's what the ship used to look like back then, but all we have is what we see now. Now there's 3 floors to this museum. I myself like looking at the artifacts from the bell, and each little tiny bead counts as one artifact. The first floor has some Spanish history stuff, some Native American history, and once you get to the second floor, you see a bit more of the actual history of Texas. That starts with what most people know, which is the Sam Houston era, Stephen F. Austin, the Alamo, and all that juicy revolution business. There's a Come and Take a Cannon, all this stuff over a tiny little cannon. Of course, it has cattle and oil stuff. There's the great Bob Bullock, who helped with Texas. If you're at the very top floor, you can look down and see this mural of a campfire. It's pretty cool. Plus, they got postcards, billions of postcards. An old NASA control center, NASA artifacts, a plane hanging from the ceiling, all the stuff you can make from oil. Of course, oil is important to Texas history. Without it, we wouldn't be as rich as we are. And also, hopefully some wind power, which will begin to take over. Fingers crossed. But if you look from the bottom, you can see all the way up to the top. That dome, it's a beautiful dome. I just wish it was decorated. Now they have a side hallway or side room with different exhibits that come throughout the year. They usually have about 3 or 4 exhibits throughout the season, and this year's one of the exhibit was guitars. All about guitars, different guitars from different places, different countries, different styles, and then they had the world's largest guitar, which is kind of hokey, but whatever. There's Paul McCartney's bass, and some other well-known guitars and styles. But it's a good stop if you're looking to learn some Texas history and learn a bit more about our state. It's pretty good at that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon.